Welcome to Mr. Math Academy. Grow your math brain.
Hello friends, welcome back to Mr. Math Academy. So today in this video we'll solve the numerical which is based on the torsion which is of a hollow circular shaft. Okay, in the previous video we have done the numerical which is based on the torsion, but it's a solid shaft. Now let us move on to the solid shaft problem here. Now in this problem what he has given is, so he has the length of that particular shaft. So what he has taken is a 3 meter and it is transmitting a maximum torque of a 25 kilonewton meter, and the maximum shear stress in this shaft is it's a 90 megapascal is given. Now if you are twisting that particular shaft, the maximum angle of twist is only 2.5 degrees. So that will be the maximum angle of twist here. Now he was considering this, the modulus of rigidity of this particular shaft is 85 gigapascal. Now we have to find out what is the inner diameter as well as the outer diameter for this particular hollow shaft here. Okay, now let us move on to the data what he has given in this problem is, now he has given that the length of that particular shaft is 3 meter. Okay, the thing is next is what he has given the maximum torque, that is equal to 25 kilonewton meter. So he has given again the angle of twist is given, that is a theta is given, that is a 2.5 degrees is given. But when we are substituting in the equation, we have to take in terms of the radians here. So I will multiply pi by 180, it becomes the radians here. Now so he has given the maximum allowable shear stress, that is the maximum shear stress is 90 megapascal. So what else he has given? He has given the modulus of rigidity, it's a 85 gigapascal. So we have to find out the inner diameter as well as the outer diameter. We need to find out the inner diameter d and the outer diameter capital D I will take. Okay, these two things we have to find out. Now we know that what is the torsion equation. So we know that the torsion equation is given by T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L. So this is what the formula. Now by using this formula, okay, by using this formula we have to calculate the unknown term here. Now in this case I can take this as a combination one and other things can be taken as the other combination, so that easily we can calculate the unknown terms here. Okay, in this case what he has given is the maximum torque is given 25 kilonewton meter. So maximum shear stress is given. So this is the radius is nothing but it's a diameter of 2 here. So that is also a unknown, and the polar moment of inertia J here. So this will also be a unknown here. Now G is given, theta is given, L is given. So means what, this part is given entirely here. Now out of this, if I consider this second and the third part, so we can calculate the diameter of a solid shaft here, that is the outer diameter. So first I will consider this part here. So consider tau by R is equal to G theta by L. Okay. Now in this case if I take this R to the right hand side, so this becomes tau into L by G theta, that gives the radius here. Okay. Now here the tau is nothing but it's a maximum shear stress, that is a 90 megapascal here. I will try to substitute all these terms in terms of the Newton as Newton and mm here. So this tau is 90 megapascal, that is a 90 Newton per mm square as it is. Now this L is 3 meter is given, I will try to take in terms of the mm is, it's a 3000 mm here. Now this is the modulus of rigidity is given 85 gigapascal is given, we have to take in terms of the megapascal. So 85 into 10 power 3 I will take here. Now again, so these things we have to substitute here, because in place of theta he has given in terms of the degrees, means I have to take this in terms of a radians here. So that is a 2.5 into pi by 180 radians here. It's a 2.5 into pi by 180. So which gives the radius is nothing but it's a outer diameter by 2 here. So we have to take d by 2 here. that is outer diameter by 2. Now if we just simplify this and after that, so we just cross multiply 2 here, so that we can get the outer diameter of a hollow shaft easily. Therefore outer diameter D is equal to, so we can get some answer here, that is in terms of mm. The value what I am getting here is, it's a outer diameter, this is 145.6 mm. So now we have to find out the what is the inner diameter of this. Now to calculate this, what I'll consider, I'll take the first and the third part, that is T by J is equal to G theta by L here. Now that I'll take here. Consider to calculate the inner diameter, so consider the T by J is equal to G theta by L here. So in this case we need to find out the polar moment of inertia first. So I'll just take here T into L by G theta is equal to J here. Now T is our maximum torque, it's at 25 kilonewton meter is given, so we have to take in terms of Newton and mm here. So this T is nothing but 25 into 10 power 3. So this is our kilonewton to Newton becomes, now meter is there, I just take one more 10 power 3 here, so it becomes 10 power 6 Newton mm. Now the length is 3 meter means 3000 mm. G is 85 gigapascal, I'll take 85 into 10 power 3. So theta is what? It's a 2.5 into pi by 180 radians, that gives the polar moment of inertia J. So we just simplify this, so that we are going to get a polar moment of inertia. Therefore J is equal to, we are getting some value is around 2.022 into 10 power 7, 2.022 into 10 power 7 mm to the power 4 here. This is our polar moment of inertia. Now this polar moment of inertia for a hollow shaft is nothing but, it's a pi by 32 into d to the power 4 minus small d to the power 4 is equal to 2.022 into 10 power 7. So where capital D is our outer diameter and small d is our inner diameter of a hollow shaft. Now we know that the capital D, that is outer diameter, is 145.6 here. So this is pi by 32. Now this is our 145.6. So this is to the power 4 here. The remaining minus this is a small d power 4, that is the inner diameter. So which gives, that is equal to 2.022 into 10 power 7. Now we just simplify this. It's a simple thing just to simplify. So after simplifying this, take the that is a 1/4 root of that. So we will be getting an inner diameter that is equal to some value in terms of mm. So we are getting around 125 mm of inner diameter. So this is what the simple problem. So I just repeat the procedure here. So he has given the 3 meter length, he has given the maximum torque is 25 kilonewton meter, and he has given the maximum twisting moment of, that is the theta he has given as 2.5 degrees. Now he has given the maximum allowable shear stress is 90 megapascal and modulus of rigidity is 85 gigapascal. So we have to find out the inner diameter as well as the outer diameter. Now we just take the T by J is equal to tau by R is equal to G theta by L. So in that formula, we just consider the first part, that is the T by J, and the third part G theta by L. So by using that, we just take the tau by R is equal to G theta by L. So from that we can calculate the outer diameter. So now after that, so we just consider the T by J is equal to G theta by L. So in that case we will try to find out the polar moment of inertia J. So which gives the value, after simplifying, we are getting the value is 2.022 into 10 power 7 mm to the power 4. So but we know that the polar moment of inertia of a hollow shaft is, it's a pi by 32 into outer diameter to the power 4 minus inner diameter to the power 4. So once if we just simplifying this after substituting the outer diameter, that is 145.6 mm. So if we just simplify, easily we can get the inner diameter of a hollow shaft is 125 mm. So this is how we can able to calculate the inner diameter as well as the outer diameter for a given problem for a member which is subjected to a torsion here.